Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
Certain events are so crazy and unreal that they don't only sound absurd to listeners, but also make no sense whatsoever until you witness them with your own eyes. Today, we're going to tell you about 10 most real, shocking moments that were hard to digest if they'd not been captured on camera. Number 10. Surprising sinkhole. Imagine if the ground underneath you starts tearing apart and you have nowhere to run. It would be like the worst nightmare coming true, wouldn't it? The same happens in Russia with this concrete truck driver. One moment he's driving his truck on a carpeted road in the metropolitan area, and suddenly a massive sinkhole appears and swallows half of his truck into the ground, leaving the driver end suspended vertically upwards. In the recorded video, you can observe that the accident spot is one busy road in the city, and the sinkhole in the middle of it could have caused a catastrophic accident. Luckily, there were no fatalities caused. Russian authorities believe that due to slow erosion of the underlying rock layers, a small sinkhole collapsed and was not enough to support the weight of a concrete truck. Anyhow, the sinkhole has been repaired with a more reinforced structure. Number 9. Lightning vs. tree. Visuals and sounds of thunder and lightning are the things that undoubtedly send chills down everyone's spine. In this dramatic clip recorded at Bryson Lake Lodge, Quebec, so viciously that it literally splits up all its branches and the wood in half. The nearby residents recalled this horrific incident and called it the fear of God. Miraculously, the tree misses the adjacent house but smashed the rooftop with flying shreds and debris. The video was filmed by employee Oliver Dorian, who described the lightning strike as one of a kind and extremely close call. This short clip has been viewed thousands of times on the internet. Local authorities have already confirmed that all visitors and residents were safe and no one got hurt. Mother Nature can be wild, right? Number 8. Surfing with a shark. Out of all the sea creatures, sharks are the most feared predators of the open waters. This incredible footage from the 2015 World Surf League Championship at South Africa's Jeffreys Bay shows the moment when Mick Fanning, the defending champion, was knocked off his surfboard into the sea by a shark swimming nearby. Instead of getting nervous or feeling intense fear, Mick manages to startle this wild animal in the water by dropping some hard kicks and punches. Fanning remained calm after the ordeal and received loud applause from a crowd on the beach. 2 years later, participating in a competition at the same beach, Fanning had yet another dramatic close call with the ocean's most frightening predator. Beach authorities immediately pulled all the surfers out, citing this huge shark moving towards participants. The event was broadcast on television, and Fanning's mother said she was terrified when she saw the live footage. Mick was lucky enough to escape any injuries both times, but he eventually decided not to surf anymore and took voluntary retirement. Number 7. Makeup that went wrong. Do you know that the average woman can spend over 29 minutes to put on simple makeup? Well, sometimes this average time on makeup can be interrupted by intense earth tremors. This happened during an online tutorial session recorded by makeup artist Ali J, when she was swiftly applying red lipstick to her lips before the earthquake struck and the makeup went across her face. This intense earthquake shook her entire room with hangings swinging madly and pictures falling off the walls. Her earthquake makeup video immediately went viral and by now has been viewed over 1.8 million times across the globe. Online communities have also questioned the authenticity of the video, but many believe it was filmed in real time. Nonetheless, the video was pretty unbelievable, and whether it's legit or not, it has attracted a lot of attention. Number 6. Thrilling show. Is being a fighter pilot a difficult job? Definitely yes. Only a handful of people qualify to become elite fighter pilots with the ability to perform the toughest job in the world. Australian Air Force pilot Ryan Melville has demonstrated tough and unique flying skills by filming his thrilling high-speed low-pass around Gold Coast 600 racetrack. Ryan flew in a Hawk 127 at high speed, weaving in and out of the high-rises while pushing his jet to its limits. His display of running in at 450 knots at level past Q1 around the beach circuit was one hell of a ride. The 23-year-old flying officer feels lucky enough to fly his favourite jet around his hometown. The live video recorded from Hawk's cockpit received thousands of views. One can feel the adrenaline pumping in by simply watching this video. Imagine how insane and exhilarating a ride it must be for the two crew members on board. This kind of a thrilling experience for the pilots and their spectators are incredibly unique and rare to see around the world. Number 5. Base jump. There is certainly no shortage of sky-high buildings in Dubai, which makes it the most attractive place to visit by base jumpers around the world. Since the completion of the famous Burj Khalifa, the current record holder for the tallest building in the world, it's among the most attempted jumping destinations. Two French base jumpers, Vince Raffet and Fred Fugan, broke the Guinness World Record by plunging from the 828-metre spire of the Burj Khalifa. This was the highest recorded base jump from the tallest building. The sponsored association released the live video when the French duo base jumped off the Burj Khalifa, and watching them will definitely give you goosebumps. Because of popularity, Emiratis are also planning the event once again next year, but be aware of the Dubai police, which have issued stern warning to adrenaline junkies who try to base jump without the proper tools, security measures or permission from authorities. Number 4. Dam collapse. Usually, dams are designed in a way to hold back a huge quantity of water, but there are some other purpose-built dams that can hold waste byproducts. In 2019, Brumadinho Waste Dam, located in southeastern Brazil, suffered a catastrophic failure and discharged a huge tide of mud flow that advanced downstream and killed over 260 people. When collapsed, the dam was holding more than 423 million cubic feet of material waste and iron ore byproducts from nearby mines. The waste turned into a huge slurry wave that travelled at up to 120 kilometers an hour and burst straight into the nearby shelters as well as countless homes, farms and other buildings. Local residents had no chance of getting out of the way in time. Brazilian authorities with international organisations are investigating the case of non-compliance to standards and safety regulations. The mining disaster was the second in the region since 2015. We can only hope that after this incident, serious steps will be taken to assure nothing like this will ever happen again. Number 3. Iceberg carving. Global warming and climate change is one of the most discussed topics around the globe, but how much is the world actually getting affected by this change? Can you guess? If not, then do watch this documentary film, Chasing Ice. Two guys journeyed to a remote part of western Greenland to film what has now gone on record as the largest glacier carving event that was ever captured on film. Jeff Olorski and James Balog have produced objective evidence of a real climate change by releasing a video film of ice carving that lasted 75 minutes and resulted in around 7.4 cubic kilometers of ice crashing into the ocean. This 250,000-year-old historic ice breakup at the Ilulissat Glacier was nearly the size of Manhattan Island. Ilulissat Glacier is alone estimated to release more than 35 billion tons of ice into the sea every year. What this heart-stopping footage reveals is enough to inspire anyone to start following green footsteps. Number 2. Lion saves wildebeest. It's very rare to witness a wild animal's motherly instinct, especially when it's for a species that doesn't belong to it. The number 2 on our list is this incredible video where a lion came to rescue a wildebeest surrounded by a group of starving hyenas. In this short video you can see how defenseless the wildebeest is against these vicious hyenas, which are cleverly making moves to tire it out so it'll eventually fall prey to them. But whom God keeps, no frost can kill. A lion appears from nowhere, and to the hyenas it wasn't unusual to offer the big cat its prey and later fulfill their appetite on the leftovers. But the king of the jungle, after all, decides to let the prey animal live. That's exactly what happened here. The lion only came with one intention, and that was to save the wildebeest from the jaws of the hyenas. In fact, the lion left no choice for the hyenas but to back off and track down a different victim. What's amazing was that it was recorded. Later, when the lion was relaxing in the shade, the wildebeest was seen snuggling up against it, and instead of attacking it like you might expect, the lion simply sits there as if the young animal was one of its own. Number 1. Tightrope competition. Walking on a tightrope has now evolved into a new kind of sport activity, which was only previously limited to acrobatic stunts in circuses for crowd entertainment. Videos are being posted from China's Hunan province, which is becoming a favorite destination for tightrope competitions. Participants complete these extreme challenges by taking part in the death-defying walk on a rope that's usually stretched 3,000 feet between mountains and suspended hundreds of meters above the ground without any kind of safety net or precautions installed for the walkers. The rope is normally 2.5 centimeters wide and 3 centimeters thick, made up of nylon material. The walk requires extreme balancing abilities, and competitors are only allowed to carry a balancing pole that makes it one of the most dangerous sports on planet Earth. To take position, players need to record the fastest run on a rope, and remember, if you fall off the rope, there's no chance of recovery at all. So, expert advice if you're willing to give it a shot, don't look down. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button, do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.